What's good, man? I mean, listen, man, I'm feeling good. We in the mix right now. What up, y'all? What's good, man? You see the sun? Sun hitting the side of me, melanin looking crazy. Let me get some sound effects on here, man. Let's get the sound effects going, man. Like, you know what I mean? I gotta get my melanin popping. You feel me? My melanin gotta be right. You feel me? What's up, y'all? Hey. What's good? What's good? What's good? Joe, what's happening, yo? Hey, so let's talk about it, man. So we started this thing, right? It's the name of this thing here. It's a pleasure to have y'all here. You see me? You see the sound effects? You see my sound effects game? Hold on, let me get the sound effects popping one more time. Let me give y'all a little bit more melanin. Light skin eyes. Feel me? What's up, man? What's up, y'all? Yo, man, share this with everybody, man. Tell everybody to pull up to this live. We're gonna be talking our shit. It's gonna be a good time. Like I said, man, so we started this thing, right? And this is gonna be the show, man. We're just gonna be, sitting here doing our thing, talking our shit. And thank you guys for joining us, man. I want to kick it off, man. I want to start off by I want to play something in honor of the good man that we. Prince did the soundtrack for Batman, like the Tim Burton John, and that's crazy to me. Like to think that he was just like they were like, yo. The story is they hit him and they were like, yo, man, we would love for you to just do a song. They hit Prince and they were like, yo, man, I would love for you to just do a song. Homeboy said, nah, I could do the whole album. Homeboy did the entire project. Crazy. In exquisite Prince fashion. Niche, what's good, man? So like I said, y'all. What's good, y'all? Alright, so we started this thing, right? And that's the name of this show, man. My name is D-Lo. I am the co-owner of C Music Live. We're going to have the creative director, PD by M, pull up a little bit later, man. But it's going to be a good time, man. We just kicking it, talking shit. I want to do some check-ins real quick. Let's see who's in the building right now. PD's in there. We still got Sook in this building, man. Zion was popping. Joe, we still got you in the building. Niche, What's happening? Tell me what's going on, y'all. How y'all feeling? Tell me how are y'all feeling? What's going on? What y'all up to? It's a glorious Tuesday. It was raining a little bit earlier. Things are a little bit crazy right now. She said, yeet. All right, I'm with it. I'm here for it. You know what I mean? What's good, man? I'm just checking in with y'all, man, real quick before we get to talking that shit. So yeah, man. Man, crazy time, man. What do we do? Where do we start, man? Oh, she said, play some neo soul chords. I mean, I could play some neo soul chords. Let's see what we know, man. Let's see where we at. Let's see where we at with it. Let's see where we at. All right, we'll talk. We'll do that at home. We'll do that in a minute. What up, y'all? And what's good? What's popping, yo? Anybody, any feel free, y'all. If anybody want to request and just come through and talk some shit, be clear, man. I'm here for it. But again, this is so we started this thing, right? And first thing I guess we could talk about, man, is just like quarantine. Like right now, man, like everybody's still dealing with quarantine. How's everybody doing on that side trying to deal with quarantine? It's a big situation right now. They're talking about like, yo, we're in New York, right? So like on this side of New York, it's a little sketchy, right? I was reading some stuff this week, actually just not too long ago, about they're thinking about opening the phases of New York City, you know what I'm saying, over time. But large gatherings is a wrap for those. I seen Georgia's opening up this Friday, like barbershops, salons, the whole nine. They're going straight back to business. And it's crazy because like a lot of people were saying like, yo, people actually don't want to be home. People would rather be outside. People would rather be have an opportunity to like go and just do their thing, man. And keep it a buck with you. I understand the need for everybody wanting to be out and wanting to do their shit, but like, you know, like I guess I've just been like the law-abiding the law-abiding citizen trying to do the right thing. I am on day 30. I'm on day 39, is it? Day 39 of quarantine at this point. Alexandra, what's good, man? What's happening? What's happening, yo? M, what day are you on right now? I feel like you might be on day like... KT, what up, yo? What's happening? I'm gonna play some more joints in the background, man. Just so we could all get a little loose. See what PD talking about. Hey, what's goody, man?
What up, yo?
Hold on. Let me get some applause for my guy. We gotta get some applause for my guy.
hair check.
Ladies and gentlemen, look at this nigga's hair.
I don't know what's happening. Whatever. What's
This
going on,
nigga is
fellas?
light skinned and blessed. Tell him.
What's poppin', man?
What's good, baby?
Can y'all hear me?
My man PD is light skinned and blessed. Look at this hair.
Listen,
Hey, listen. Look, I just want to
it's
say first of all,
quarantine, but
yo, what day? I was just asking, what day are you on now?
I'm on day. That's it. I'm on the day. Whatever today is, that's where I'm at. I stopped counting.
It's a
I don't know how
day,
some
man.
people kept the numbers going. I was like, some were like week 6, hour 7. I'm like, y'all got too much time on your hands if you counting. I stopped.
Bruh,
No need to count at this point.
I'm not gonna lie to you, man. I'm on day 39, but I'm fully aware of it.
Yeah,
Like
facts.
fully aware of it. Say, absolutely, like the days are absolutely merging together. Shit feels weird, but and I was just saying, man, like they did, like the idea of New York City opening up in the foreseeable future is like weak sauce right now.
Yo, look, it's either you want to go risk it and see what happens, so you could say, well, at least I had some fun before it happened.
And it's so funny, right? Because it's like they were saying, yo, people want to go back to work. People want to go back to
Yeah, of course, people want to go back to regular life. The problem is you can't, and we need to stop trying to pretend like we could, because it's stupid. The more you try to pretend like, yo, it's cool, we could just go back to normal. No, you can't. No, you can't. I'm sorry. You know, it was a good comparison. I forgot where I saw. I think it was Trevor Noah. They were talking about how like things went back to normal, or like like things didn't go back to normal after 9/11 happened. Like 9/11 happened,
yeah,
it wasn't normal after that, right? So like it's the same thing
yeah,
here. You know what I mean? Like it's not gonna be the same,
yeah.
regardless
That's
of
a
how much
fact.
we want it to be.
I
You know?
mean, yeah. K Briggs, what up? KT, what
Hey,
up? Karis,
Fitty.
what's good, man? KT says
Sorry,
she on day 28. Yikes, man.
yo, Groundhog Day. That's a
I'm
fact.
on.
I said that not too long ago. I love that movie, by the way.
Yo, it's on Netflix right now, by the way.
Oh, really? Of course it is. Netflix was like, I got something y'all can relate to. Here, watch
That's
this.
a fact. Karis, you're absolutely right. It was like, I mean, after quarantine, it can never be the same. All right, cool. Like, I think about like simple shit, right? Like, just going to like a restaurant. Like, what are we supposed to do? I mean, you sit in a restaurant in New York City. I sit right next to the table, next to me, less than 3 feet away. You feel me? And it's like,
They did a survey, and they did like a whole map on the schematics of like a restaurant and the situation of a restaurant because of what George is doing this week or whatever. And they showed how like if one person's at this table, then this person gets it, and then these two people get it. Those two people, if there's a waiter walking around, he passes it around to like the other three. It's like, fam, I'm good. I'm good.
I don't know, man. It's like,
I think the
I
goal
mean,
is right now that the goal is for the summer to try to figure out how to have a summer without doing the things that you normally would do in the summer. You know what I'm saying? Like if you could figure that out, that
ooh,
might that might be cool. But just being like, yo, I'm gonna hit the barbecues up and I'm gonna hit up the beaches. It's like no, you should not do that.
wow. I mean, Cuomo he canceled the Puerto Rican Day Parade and he canceled the Pride March.
Hmm. That's cool.
It's
Again,
just
those are like they're canceling right now. They're just trying to focus on like organized things, right?
yeah,
Things that require the city to like be organized. They're not talking about like when the summer hits, what's stopping 200 people from just hitting up like Orchard Beach? and just being like, "Oh fuck it, it's hot outside. I want to go out." What?
And how do you even enforce that, right? Like,
You can't because they like you you can't. They've made wearing the mask like a law, but like
yeah, I mean that's the thing. Like, I don't know about the Dominican Day Parade. I'm pretty sure that's going to get canceled too, though. Like, I,
yes,
that's absolutely that
all parades are
yeah.
canceled.
I'm confident that that's a dub. Um,
Right.
and yeah, this will be the new norm, yo. The new norm, man. It's like everyone's outside with masks, everyone's outside with gloves, and it's. I don't know that everyone's panicking as much as like when it first happened, but like, good grief, man. Like,
It's not that nobody's panicking. People are just fed up. People are fed up with having to be at home. So at this point, they're willing to risk it just because, especially if like it hasn't hit close to you. If it hasn't hit close to you, then you just all you see is the news and the TV, and then it's like, well, yeah, but y'all don't even know anybody, you know.
yo, that's the shit.
We were saying that up until we started to know people. Then I was like, oh shit, yo, you heard about so and so? Like,
Yeah,
right,
it was crazy. Yo, like,
my fault.
literally, PD and I were like talking, and we were like, "Yo, bro, we don't even know anybody that got it." And then 24 hours later, we were like, "Hey, bro,
Yeah, I hit you back up. I was like, yo, remember what I said? Nah.
yo, man, it's just like you don't even realize it. It just happens so quickly. You know what I mean? And yeah, I don't like Karis just said she was like, people are saying that it can't live in the heat, and it's like that may be true.
You know why it's not true? Because I know people in DR who have it. So, boop, 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 about that. And why we act like there's other part, like we watch the news and they show the entire globe has it, and we act like the temperature's the same everywhere. Like, yo, it's hotter in some parts of those of the world where they showing this it's happening. So like,
Yeah, it's like, yo, absolutely. People in Jamaica too. People all over. It's just
yeah,
like, just it's hard because it's like no one is listening to any particular source. There's no like this is the source that's absolutely correct. So this is the source that has like the best information. And then I don't know if you heard the I don't know if it was the congressman or the governor of Georgia. Nigga was like, yo, like there's other things more important than living. I was like, wait, what?
yeah. Which all the other things that are important, more important than living, require you to live, to be. So let's
It was
let's start
weird.
let's start with the letter A first. You got to be alive before you could do anything.
Yeah, it's like, yo, fam, let's start with the letter A and then we'll go down. No.
It's like I tweeted when Trump was talking all that shit the first time about reopening. I was like, yo, there's no economy if there's nobody to be a part of the economy. If people are dead, guess what? Nobody can spend money because they're dead.
Yeah. And I think that's the other thing, right? Because it's like right now, for us, for anybody who's a creative, anybody who's an artist, like granted, you have to figure out new ways to do shit, right? Like uh like what you did the other day with the online photo shoot. Like that's a creative idea, but I don't know how many people are getting those like moments of like those spark moments of ideas.
It's hard, man. I mean, I'm not. First off, I didn't. I'm not gonna claim ownership over that because I didn't invent that. You know what I'm saying? Like somebody else did it first, and it was like put it online, and it was like, oh shit. Then other talks started doing it, and it took me a while before I was like, let me let me hop on and see if I could do this. And it turned out great. However, I can't say that like I wasn't having weeks on end where it was just like I was like, how am I even going to continue to call myself a photographer right now if
Yeah.
I can't shoot anything? I'm shooting trees and shit and flowers.
Yo, fam, there's beauty in the trees. You feel me?
That's a fact. That's a fact.
Feel me?
Nitai, what's up, bro?
Nitai was popping, bro. You're absolutely right. You said it's 85 and sunny there and no beach. Yeah, I just said Matt's hair game is look.
It's actually really messed up, guys. I have like a OD like trapped gas somewhere in my back, so I had it like wifey gave me a massage, but my hair. But I appreciate y'all. Thank you. You know what I'm saying? Nothing wrong with flowers. That's why I've been shooting them. I love them.
Yeah, that's a fact. No, 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 no. Let's be clear. Shout out to the flower girl. You know what I mean? Um,
On 100.
I just think the biggest thing that we could do right now, especially right now, if you're gonna be like an artist, if you're gonna be a creative, you gotta figure out a way to create. Like Loyan was saying the other day, it was like, yo, man, like the when we had Loyan on last episode, he had mentioned you have to figure out a way to move your offline business to online. Now obviously that's hard for like a brick and mortar if you're a restaurant. Well, actually, maybe it's not. I mean, there's a lot of people who still like order out and do deliveries and shit like that. But there are so many other things that people feel like, yo, it requires me to be hands on and to be in the space in order to do it. You know what I mean? Shit is like, but even then, it's like what happens now. Like, if I work at a restaurant, do we go back to that restaurant and we still wash dishes the same way that we used to wash dishes? You know what I mean? Like, do do are we walking to the table with masks to deliver your food? Like, how is this thing working?
How do you go to a restaurant with a mask on? Like, what do? You wear it until you got to take a bite, and then you like lift it, and then like, how does that? You don't go. Yeah, nobody
Yeah.
getting dabs. That's a fact. I'm
No,
gonna be on
not
my
a yo,
Asian
not a
shit. I'm gonna just be on my like, I mean, little bow.
facts, facts. Not even.
Shit.
I don't even want to bump elbows, B. Like I'm.
Nah, 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 nah. I'm not. I don't have to touch you.
You know what I mean? Like salute.
K Break said go to restaurants for IV feeding tube. That's a fact.
Bro.
Be like, let me get the steak. And feed it through your arm while you having the
Oh,
conversation.
Devin in the
You know what I
building.
mean?
What's up? What's up? It's crazy. I just I can I want to be able to have a summer, obviously. You know what I mean? But like not at the expense of not being able to have a summer. Like you know what I mean? Like
Yeah, man. Yeah, but I think again, man, we just gotta we gotta figure it out. It's just gonna take a lot longer than people. And this is we've had conversations about this particular topic. Culture win of just instant. Like, yo, you have to stay at home and you can't do anything, and we don't know when it's gonna stop. And they're like, wait, you mean not like you can't give me a timeline? Nah, I can't. I don't know. People freaking out. People freaking out because it's like, yo, but everything else is instant in my life, so how come this isn't?
yeah, right. The overwhelming like instant gratification or the instant ability to just like up and do whatever the fuck you want.
Yeah, man, it's weird. It's the best time to be a weed dealer, though, I'll tell you that.
Yeah, they are definitely doing God's work
They
right
make it they making good they making good money right now.
now. Yeah, they doing God's work right now. I mean, like,
Yo, Dorian,
like
Dorian said his quarantine wings going to hit different this year. Let me tell you something. If that man started a business right now and just selling that sauce, he'd be very successful. I'm saying it right here. April 21st is 5:30. 6 people watching. All 6 of y'all.
hey, look,
I'm speaking from experience.
hey D, you heard what that man said.
It's different.
Hey, go. I'm gonna need you to go on and do that, man. I'm gonna need you to go on and get it done. Because if them wings is hitting like that,
That's a fact. What Nita said.
we say, bro, this COVID thing is making us realize how much we rely on art. Yo, yes, 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 yes. But that also goes to my point, like about how important we are, like as creatives, as artists, like we're super like clutch in these moments. You know what I mean? Yes, innovative ways to network with the art. Like, all right, cool. Actually, this is perfect because we can get into to this whole Teddy Riley and Babyface thing. Like,
first of all, like, it's killer to create something like this versus thing in the middle of all of this shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, well, let's just talk about it. First of all, Teddy Riley and Babyface broke the internet yesterday. They literally broke the internet yesterday.
They did. You want to know what's funny? Now I need to do a little bit more research on it because I only saw this as a like a banner clickbait type shit.
Yeah.
Somebody's stories, but apparently one of these like big magazines, Rolling Stone or one of those. Don't quote me. I don't know the Instagram Live with 285K, and I was like, but I already seen an episode of Versus that passed that.
I saw Tory
Teddy's joint, Tory Lanez, right? So I'm like, that's not true. Like, what? I thought that was real interesting. Interesting.
Yo, absolutely. They absolutely need and
They
yo,
need to have at
let's
least four, like four, and you could do that. Like, that's not. Come on.
yeah, that's not hard at all. Bro, they had 500, they topped out at 513,000 viewers. Like in the IG live at one time. And the worst part was in the first half an hour of the shit, you like anybody who was on a mobile phone couldn't get in.
No, I tried like twice when you texted me, and I was like, yo, I'm watching something else, and I'm not about to do this again because I did it with y'all last time, and I don't know, y'all still got like fucking dial-up Wi-Fi. I don't know what's happening in your cribs, but like,
Yo, facts. And the crazy
I
thing
saw
is,
it.
me and Dorian were just like chopping it up on Twitter the whole time, but it was going nuts.
He said Swizz didn't even get in. That's crazy.
Yes.
That's crazy.
Swizz couldn't get into his own shit.
I guarantee you, by June, there's gonna be an overhaul to the Instagram Live, like to the whole thing. I promise you that.
There
By
has to
June.
be. You like you need to. They need to create the function where you can go live from your desktop. Like they need to create
Even
that.
even with that, it's. I mean, we've been talking about this. It's a whole like networking thing that has to be done on the back end because the app itself just wasn't built for that many viewership. I think it was very much like they anticipated just random people. They didn't think. First off, the dude from IG said it with the Shade Room when he was like we never really thought about anybody going live for more than an hour. Like
Yeah.
why would you need to do that? And then it was
Yeah.
like, nah, now we do, and we need it to look good, and we need it to sound good, and we need you to be able to take 500K plus people. That's a lot.
Devin,
That's a lot.
absolutely, it has to be. The whole platform has to expand at some point. It's just not. It's at its point right now. It's not wide enough for us to get what it is that we need out of it. You know what I'm saying? Like yo, first and foremost, bro. When I jumped in the live, I was sending it to people. Like I sent it to Devin, I sent it to D, I sent it to you, and everybody kept hitting me back like, "Yo, bro, I can't get in." And I'm like, "What are you talking about? You can't get in?" Like, I'm literally watching it right now, but at the time, I had it set up where I was watching it on my desktop. I had it streamed through the Apple TV, and I was watching it through my TV. And they were like, "Yo, nah, bro, it's frozen." And y'all didn't even hit me up. It was like, "Yo, dog, it's
I took a
quiet." I'm like,
screenshot because when I got on, it had like Teddy had a really funny face that was like great for a meme. So I was like, oh, I'm gonna keep this, and I just screenshotted it. But I didn't get to see anything. I didn't get to see anything last night.
"Yo, bro, I kid you not, bro. Literally, like when they started kicking it off, it was literally probably one of the best. Not it was. I would say it was the best. I would say it was the best
Really?
event that they've had.
More than T Pain and Lil Jon, because the energy of T Pain and Lil
Yes,
Jon was just great, man.
it was. But
Because
there was
even even
something about
even on like the first time they tried the failed time, I was like, yo, this is just like Babyface is just throwing him like all these subliminal shade, and it's funny, but
bro. It was great. Like Like if you like the first one that we watched, yeah, Babyface was throwing him shade, but it was like he upped the ante on this one. He was just going crazy. Like the
Mm.
matter of fact, let me show you. Do I have it on here? I gotta find
Imagine
it.
this. Imagine this. So that happened with Teddy and Babyface. Now imagine they do Ye and Pharrell. Bro,
Bro, it would crack the internet.
it would destroy Instagram. Destroy.
It it would crack the internet, bro. Like I'm literally gonna oh god, show this right now. All right, so out the gate, Teddy Riley played Right Here by SWV, which is, in my opinion, literally one of the greatest SWV songs I've ever heard. Like, hands down. It's just like such a good song. And because it's this shit, bro.
Let's be clear, SWB doesn't have like, an anthology of music either. But
That
yes,
one,
that's hard.
bro, it's like it's incredible. Like, but it wasn't like it was. And I mean, Babyface, he knew it was dope. He was like, yo, it was. He was like, it's such a good. He's like, oh man, I love that song. He's like, it reminds me of a story. He said, Michael called me one time. Michael Jackson, that is. And he said to me, he said, hey, Babyface, do you know Halle Berry? And the nigga was like, he's like, yeah. Babyface was like, he's like, yeah, I know Halle Berry. And he was like, I want you to call her up. I want to take her out on a date. And he was like, wait, you want to take Halle Berry out on a date? And he's like, yeah, I want to take her out on a date. I want you to call her. And he's like, wait, are you sure? He's like, are you serious? He's like, yes, I'm serious. So he said he called Halle Berry up, and he asked me, why would you want to take Halle Berry out on a date? He was like, because I saw this clip, and he played the moment in Boomerang when Halle Berry was talking to Eddie Murphy, and she said, "Love should have brought your ass home last night," and then the nigga played this.
So he had drops ready essentially.
Bruh, that nigga's shade level was on like 3,000, bro. And he did that. He literally did that for every song. I was like, yo, this.
I respect it.
Hey, wait, hold on.
I saw so many tweets from Toni Braxton last night. I was like, I didn't even know she had a Twitter, because it's not like she's been active like that before. All of a sudden she was tweeting like crazy. I was like, oh shit. That's cool.
Bruh, this man was going ballistic. Like, he was literally just doing that, like, song after song after song. And what was really, really dope was, like, I mean, cool. Teddy Riley was like, he was like trying to like stop himself from doing too much. He was trying to stop himself from doing too much, so he didn't have like any keys or anything around. He was just like playing music. Let me close the shade real quick so you can see my face. The nigga was just playing music. So at one point, I forget what he played, but he played something. I think Teddy Riley played "I Like," and then the nigga Babyface grabbed his guitar, and he was like, he's like, I like that song. I think it's a good song. He's like, Michael Jackson and Madonna are like really, really good friends, and they told me that they really love this song. And the nigga started singing and playing live. I was like, nah, bro, we can't.
And it sounded Chris.
Yeah, we can't do this, bro. Come on, man. You can't do this, man.
And meanwhile, Teddy was like, I still got my mans back here doing dances for me and shit.
Oh, bro, it was crazy. It was out of control. It was a level of disrespect that I just wasn't prepared for.
I fuck with it.
I will say this though, like there was some joints that Teddy played that I was like, oh shit, yeah, man. I completely forgot about that. Like he played this joint, bro, and I was like, all right, yeah, this is.
Wow. Was he doing poses, yo? Because he was doing poses. I was cracking up.
Bro, when he played that, I was like, oh shit, I forgot he did this shit.
That's crazy.
Now I'm gonna keep it a buck. That's not like a top Jay-Z record like at all. Like when you think of Jay-Z, that's not the first record you think of.
Nah, yeah, of course.
But
Still, to throw
still,
that in that mix is like, you know what I mean?
it just feels different. Like the way he was doing, the way he was like moving from record to record, like I'll show y'all right now. Like these are the records that they played, right? So Teddy played Right Here. Babyface played Love Should Have Brought You Home. Teddy played Make It Last Forever by Keith Sweat, which is a smash, my nigga. And then Babyface played Soon As I Get Home. I mean, you can't really argue with some of this stuff. Like we talking about just Got Paid, Rock Steady, you know, Get You Home by Foxy Brown, Every Time I Close My Eyes, Piece of My Life by Guy, Ready or Not, After 7. I Like the Way by High Five, which is crazy. Every Step I Take by Bobby Brown.
Did they both sound good?
Sweat. Yo, Can You Talk? Yo, they sounded well. Teddy started off sounding a little crazy. It wasn't loud enough. That's what it was. It just wasn't loud enough, bro. When he played Can We Talk by Tevin Campbell, and he played I'm Ready by Tevin Campbell. It was like, bro, Babyface, like, he was just in a bag, man. He was just in a bag, and it was like, it was just crazy. It was such a good goddamn battle, man.
I was shocked. See what they do next.
I was shocked at like how well like all of it kind of went over, but like Teddy played this, and I was like, I don't know if I would play that during a battle with Babyface. He played this shit.
Yeah, not against Babyface. Why would like
I get it. Like we all know the song, but
not against Babyface. It's like
it's like and yo at that point, Babyface hadn't even played his he hadn't even gotten to the Boys to Men bag or the Whitney bag. I'm not throwing that out
there. No, that beat is hard. It's just that's a weird like.
No. The beat is hard, but we're not doing that against Babyface. Not when you still got Boys to Men and Whitney in the tuck. I'm looking for my best.
That's like when Premier played like Christina Aguilera shit. It was like
yeah.
It was like, wait, what? Why?
Yanel just said, see what other bags he can get into. All right, cool. You're correct. But then, at some point down the line, my man threw the Eric Clapton on.
Ooh.
Babyface threw the Eric Clapton on, and it was like, yo, bro, you can't, like, how? He played, bro.
That's one of the best songs ever made, yeah. That's one of the best songs ever made. And Eric's solo in that is ridiculous.
Yo, Jess, what's good, man? Welcome to the live. Yo, it's like, yo, I mean, yeah. What answer do you have for that? Like, change the world? Nah, fuck out of here, man.
Classic, bro.
You can't,
That's a classic.
you can't play that and then go into.
Oh, we can't forget about these people.
No, let me move my location. I'm just standing up because I'm not trying to like. I got this. I got a crazy ass back pain right now, yo. Shit is hella whack.
Yo, man, I'm sorry, bro. We go. Y'all said sometimes you just gotta take the L. Prepare for the next round.
Facts. That was like a transition for him. He was like, all right, let me just.
He's
I know
like,
I'm getting this L, so.
nah, you know what? Fuck it, man. We just go. You know what I mean? Whatever happens, happens. You know what I mean? Like, take an L. Whatever.
Facts.
It's cool. But it's crazy because it's like the whole time while I'm watching this shit, I'm just watching the numbers climb, right? Like me and Dee the entire time are just watching the numbers climb. Like when I got to, because the first person's live that I showed up to was Babyface. When I got to Babyface live, Babyface was already at 285. Like,
Yeah, when you told me to watch, they were already at like 4 something, and it was just getting started, and I was like, damn.
bro, and like me and D were on Twitter, and we were going back and forth, and we were chopping it up, and at one point we were just enjoying the music, but at one point I looked up and I'm like, oh shit, they at 445, and I was like, oh shit, they at 450, and this is like,
Do you think the crash was because of that? Like the
yes,
amount of people on?
yes, it had to be, because for me to show up to Babyface's live and it already be at 285, I was like, how? Like it hadn't even been minutes yet. So, you know what I'm saying? Like it was so interesting to me because I'm watching it climb, and D texted me. He's like, yo, bro, they're gonna go to 500. I'm like, you think so? He's like, yo, bro,
Did they?
easily.
Did
They
they?
got to they went to 513.
Wow. Wow.
513 at one time. That's not that's not counting the people who were like in and out of the joint.
I just watched myself walk across.
Swizz got, while they were still on live, Swizz got on live and was like, yo, I can't get into my own fucking event.
I'm telling you, bro. By mid-May, there's gonna be some dramatic overhaul to Instagram just because of that. If they wanna actually like keep, going with that and be a part of it, of course.
What do you think that looks like?
As far as what, the gram being a part of it?
The overhaul.
I think they redesigned the platform. I think they redesigned the platform. They use cues from somebody like Zoom or something like that has, a better base. I wouldn't be surprised if they go ahead and, who owns Zoom? Is it Microsoft? I think it's Microsoft.
I mean, we can find out. I don't know who owns Zoom, but let's be clear. Zoom was trash as of like 3 months ago.
Yeah, actually, it is owned by them. Founded in 2011.
Bruh, they weren't even doing business.
Facebook will buy that shit
easily, and to be honest, they probably should. Or
yeah,
you know who should buy that shit? LinkedIn.
They should, but they would buy it, and then Facebook would offer more money and buy that.
And then Facebook would own LinkedIn and Zoom.
Yeah, exactly.
Shit is crazy.
They're gonna cop that and
like, we have to understand cultural equity here.
impact.
Like, literally, the impact and the cultural equity in this shit is mind blowing. Like, and what I mean by cultural equity is, I mean, the value of what it is that you are producing for said culture. The customs, the performances, whatever it is that you are creating for said culture, that cultural equity is the value that you're creating, and the value inside of that.
Mm.
You understand what I'm saying?
Put that in the chat.
Bro, the value inside a vacuum is like the most incredible piece of information that we need to lock into right now. It's like if you are creating something in the midst of nothing going on, like, because I mean, think about it. Like right now, what's going on? Like
Nothing. People
who's
trying to
still
figure it out. The pod was talking shit about and I still haven't watched it, but the pod was talking shit about what ESPN has been doing. They were like, "Yo, it's trash." They're like that. They between the horse joint, which I guess was like not as exciting as it sounded like, and they've been doing like they'll do like Zoom calls, I guess it is, with NBA players playing video games, and you're just watching an NBA player play a video game, and it's like no one wants to see that. That's boring. Like,
Yeah, man, and I think that's the thing, yo. You know what I mean? Like you have to understand what is gonna work. You know what I'm saying? Like, but also, I don't even know if you have to necessarily understand what's gonna work. You just got to do some shit that happens to work. What Tori did was fucking amazing. Like,
I wouldn't use the word amazing. It was smart, is what it was.
I will go as far as to say amazing, and the reason why I say amazing is because it is mindless entertainment in the moment, which is all reality TV actually is. It's just mindless entertainment in the moment. Like you really invested in Jersey Shore, my nigga. Like you really invested in Love Is Blind.
No, no, no.
You understand what I'm saying?
But that's what I'm saying. It's smart. I wouldn't say it was amazing. It's smart. He understood what time it was. He understood what he could do. What he probably was already doing. Let's be clear. He probably was already doing that just on his own and not to a a huge audience like that. And then he did it, and everybody's like, this is so funny. Let's just watch this.
But the cultural impact of that shit, think like when I say cultural impact of it, like think about how many other people went off and did those exact same things. Or doing
Yeah,
something like it.
I tried to. Yeah.
You understand? Like, and that is what I mean when I say it's really, really, it's dope. It's a dope thing to do. Obviously, what D Nice did, and praises to D Nice, right? Because when the Teddy Riley and Babyface battle didn't go down, everybody went to D Nice page.
Yeah, he got on. I saw that. That was smart.
It's just like,
That
yo,
was smart.
pick up, man. It's value inside a vacuum.
I'm starting to get more interested in what people are trying to do outside of Instagram right now.
Tell me
Like,
more.
I think I think I think the room's full, as they say. I think everybody is trying to take advantage of doing the same thing because it worked for one, and this is the story of influencers' lives. You see it work for somebody, and then you try to do your version of it, which is not really your version. It's just you doing the same thing in your way. Um, so I'm curious to see what outside of this platform looks like. I also saw a post that, and I don't know how true this is. I didn't look too much into it, but there was some sort of lawsuit where a photographer was trying to fight for, I guess, or was being sued or was fighting for the right. It was like, well, if you posted it on social media, on Instagram, theoretically you don't have the rights anymore to it. And now it's like a big thing in the community where people are like, wait, what? And he lost the battle.
Wait, what?
Yeah. But we knew this, bro. We knew this. Deep down in the clauses, it says that kind of shit. Like, you don't, once it's up there, it's like if they do something with it.
But you can't just do anything.
What do you mean you can't just do anything?
Wait.
Matter of fact, let me see if I could pull this up.
Time out. Wait, what?
Yeah, bro.
Wait, how?
Yeah, if the terms and conditions apply, yo, must watch that documentary. Yeah, here we go. Court rules photographer gave up. Fucking ad. Court rules photographer gave up exclusive licensing rights by posting on Instagram.
Wow. So niggas own your shit.
Yeah, or like it's just like it. I don't know if they own it more so that you no longer own it, if that makes any sense. So like it's like there's a legal term for it where it's like free, like anybody could do whatever they want with it.
That's fucked up, man. You can't. Come on, man. There's got to be but you know what's interesting? Like it's like that for. Now that I'm thinking about it, it's like that for a lot of companies.
Yeah.
Like if you pull up with a company, like, yeah, bro, wow.
So again, I'm curious to see because real shit, if Instagram wanted, they could be like, yo, Tory shit, quarantine radio. If that's not like copywritten or something like that, they could just be like, yo, this is ours.
All right, we gotta have a bigger conversation about what it looks like to own somebody else's shit.
Yeah. I'm gonna send you the link on the side. You can read this shit.
Wow, you can just own somebody else's shit, even if it's like
public. I forgot the fucking. Yeah, they even have like the whole actual like legal document in here. Like you can. Yeah, this is wild.
That's fucking trash. That is fucking trash. Yikes. Alright, ugh. That's
Crazy. So again, man, I'm just curious to see what outside of Instagram looks like. You know, I think I've been trying to explore that myself. Just navigating the interwebs and seeing what else exists because we cannot all give all of our shit to this one platform. It can't. We can't do that. We got to figure out a way
and that's
as
why
creators to use it and not like let it use us.
And that's why I think Teddy Riley was on some like we should do this on a separate platform, like our platform type.
Yeah, but I mean, again, instant versus taking time. We can create a whole new platform. Motherfuckers could go hire an app developer, make a whole new shit, and everybody can move to that. That's not gonna happen overnight. That's gonna take time. TikTok still isn't what Instagram is. It's gonna take time. It's not gonna be really fast.
Yeah. But I just don't fuck with the whole owning of somebody else's shit, which is why I get why Teddy was on some. Let's try to do this in a different way.
He said I hate TikTok. Yeah, I can't stand that.
We were talking about just ownership of when you post on these different platforms, they essentially own the content that you're creating, or they can essentially do whatever they want. We getting ready. We coming up on the hour. This shit about to kick us out. But like, pull back up. We're not done. There's a few other things I want to chop up about. I still want to talk about this Teddy Riley shit. I still want to talk about this I still want to talk about this Last Dance documentary. The fucking Michael Jordan and Chicago
Jordan
Bulls
shit.
shit, bro. Man, yeah. Everybody pull back up. We're looking at a minute and 40 seconds to be out this joint. So
Yeah, I'm giving up the second half of the screen to anybody who wants to join in. So
yeah, man.
I'll be on the chat. I'll be on the chat. But if y'all want to join in,
Yeah, anybody
do
want to
so.
come through and chop it up, man, and come fuck with me, man. Let's talk through this whole thing, man. We got a lot going on. We still. Hey, we back. We right back at it, man. Hey, we right back at it, man.
Ease up when I step on the scene, freeze up. You niggas empty, ball headed to clean cut. I'm a person deep in love with the arts. The words is like school, got to shine some smarts. Try to balance my heart, it's weighing on a triple beam.
What's up, y'all? Right back at it, man. Mel, what's good? Mel, what's happening, y'all? You know, we here for part 2 of so we started this thing, right? You feel me? And Ghetto Benny. Yo, man, I heard you was running around getting, giving some flavor to some other lives, man. I seen it. Yo, good to have y'all. Good to have y'all back in here, man. We just chopping it up. We were just talking about the whole Teddy Riley and Babyface joint, which was really, really fucking dope, man. But we were talking about Matt and I were talking about cultural equity, man. Cultural equity and the importance of cultural equity. Let me give y'all the understanding of what I'm talking about, man. Cultural equity is the ability to understand your value inside a vacuum. Listen, man. It's incredibly important, yo. So like when people go to see somebody like the Teddy versus Babyface battle, it's such a big deal. You know what I mean? It's such a big deal. It's like getting an opportunity to see two incredible musicians not only do some next level shit, but they do it and crack the internet essentially. And in cracking the internet, it's like, yo, man, like you have to understand how incredibly big that is. Like you have to understand how incredibly big that is. It's such a big deal. They smoked it, you know what I mean? Like, and they did such an amazing job, yo. They did an amazing job, and they did what they needed to do in order to make the joint look, crazy. But understanding what you can do with that value is super, super important. Yanni, what's good? Understanding what you can do with that value is incredibly important, yo. So like, I watched the Last Dance documentary, the Chicago Bulls joint, and I hope I can get D to come in here and talk shit about it, because we were really, really like going back and forth about that aspect of things, man. Yanni was good, man. And it's just like, Tay was good. Yo, Mel, as we sitting here and we talking about like cultural equity, yo, and the importance of understanding what your value is in the culture and inside a vacuum, the way they did my man Scottie Pippen, yikes, man. Yikes. The whole time while I'm watching this joint, I'm thinking to myself, I'm like, yo, Scottie was an amazing player, but I had no idea they were doing my man like that. I had no idea they were doing my guy like that. Like, he was the one, I think, if not the top player, the top set, like the top, one of the top 5 players in the league, but getting
But there were 121 players in the league making more money than he was. 121 other players making more money than he was. Yo, D, you gotta pull up and holler at me about this, man. Director extraordinaire, no noise owner extraordinaire.
This guy.
Listen, man, we talking. I literally was just talking to D about this. I mean, to PD about this, and we were talking about like cultural equity, bro, and the importance of understanding your value inside a vacuum.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? So like, as I'm thinking about this joint, I'm like, I think about the Last Dance shit and the whole thing that happened with Scotty.
Go ahead, my fault.
I think about what happened, like the whole thing with this Last Dance documentary and what happened with Scotty. Like, bruh, like he was like one of the top 6 players in the league.
Yeah. And he was only the 122nd most paid. Yeah, that joke was trash, bro. That drink definitely got me in my bag. I was just like, because when they tell his story just around like his family, how like his father and his brother were both like in wheelchairs and all that stuff, and then him just honestly trying to do something for his fam. And I think initially like he signed a contract like, I'm just trying to do this, but then once he started to realize like he was undervalued, I think it started getting to him.
All right, so here's my question. Do you think that's all right, so it's an age-old thing. The age-old thing is we get into an industry, we don't have enough agency, or we don't have enough knowledge to make better decisions. So we get taken advantage of. Everybody across the board. You hear it with Lupe Fiasco. You hear it with Meg Thee Stallion. You know what I'm saying? Like you hear obviously with what happened with Scottie Pippen. It's like, but are we? Should he be blamed for not having the know-how to say, yo, fam, I signed this contract because I was just looking to take care of my fam.
I mean, I think you should always do your homework, but I also think people don't know what they don't know.
Yeah, big. You see my man with the big beard. That's my guy, big beard. You know what I mean?
Appreciate you. People don't know what they don't know. So I get where you're going with this, but like, this is what I think. I think if you don't have like the right people in your corner, because all right, perfect example. MJ's story is completely different from Scottie Pippen's drink.
How completely on the other
and
side.
I don't mean on a talent level, like the obvious is the obvious, but if you look at like Scottie Pippen, like who was really looking out for him?
That's what I'm saying. Who was his agent?
Meanwhile, MJ, he right out of high school, don't go to college, just jump in. We got you.
So cooking. And it's I think the saddest part of the whole thing was like it wasn't even like they cared to renegotiate the shit.
They didn't care at all. But if you look, I forgot what dude it was when he was just like, had it been me, like, I would have told him not to sign that contract.
An argument for having more agents and sports attorneys who are of color. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
But I also recognize that this is something super, super important. You can't be what you don't see.
I can't. I won't disagree with that because I understand where you're coming from.
Do you understand what I'm saying?
That. Yeah.
It's like yo, like if I don't see tons of sports agents, tons of attorneys, tons of whatever in my community, it's like
I don't know that that's something that's available to me.
Yeah, because you don't. It's like, what's the bar?
Cause let's be clear, D. Like the reason why I decided to do music, the reason why I decided to do art was because that was what was around me, and that was what was
Yeah.
available. That's what I felt like was available to me. It was like my brother was an artist, my brother was a musician, so it was like those are the things that I connected to. I didn't have anybody who was super close to me that was a nurse or an attorney, or I wouldn't even know that. I didn't even understand that lingo until I got like older and down the line. Shit still to this day, we realistically just got into the game. That's real talk.
Facts.
That's real talk. That's why the athletes who don't get to the league need to consider other lanes. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, bro, that's what the support is all about. Exactly. Do I think we lack proper mentors? Maybe earlier at a time. I don't know that that's necessarily the case now. I think there's enough mentorship now for going forward. There shouldn't be niggas like running into like these types of issues unless you just don't decide to educate yourself.
I think in the time we living in now too, it's just like information is free. Like you got people out here graduating from YouTube University. Like,
Yeah, let's be clear. This whole quarantine, YouTube University, G. Proud graduate.
okay, and they giving out certificates for
You
anybody
feel
that
me?
want it.
You know what I mean? That's the important piece. It's like, like for somebody like a Scottie Pippen to go through his entire like 7 years of his career and he was making 2.6 million a year and Jordan was making 33.9.
Bro, it was disproportionate, bro. Even when you look at the dude that was right behind Jordan, I forgot his name, but he wasn't even making half of that. He was making probably less than half.
Yeah.
And then Pippen is his number 2 man, and he's all the way on the bottom of that list.
That's the wildest thing in the world. Wildest thing in the world. A Kane was good. But it's like, absolutely. His photo capturing skills is next level.
Appreciate it.
I just like I watched the whole documentary like thinking like that he had to be giving off crazy fuck out of my face energy, bro. Like the whole time.
Jordan?
Pippen.
But you didn't see when they say he cursed dude out on the bus. I was crying. I was crying, son. He was just like, I just got to the point where, I didn't respect him. And they had their perfect camera angle. It was like the close up, like I just didn't respect him, and like they show him walking up the bus.
He was absolutely telling that nigga suck my dick, dude. I guarantee it. Like off rip, he was like, yo, suck my dick, dude.
Son,
that's the kind of energy he looked like he was on.
You know what's funny? I thought I was watching it, and I thought to myself, I'm like, yo, I would have paid a bit on that bus when he was just violating homeboy. Like,
cause you know them niggas was on the bus like, he gonna go after him. You know what I mean? It was crazy. It was crazy, man. And I'm not gonna lie to you, man. As I'm watching it too, I understand why people say Jordan's a dick.
Explain from your perspective, because I know like Matt was telling me the other day that Jordan was like he did like some interview or something, and he was just like, or it might have been a press release, but he was telling me how Jordan was like, a lot of people's gonna hate me because of this documentary, but I haven't seen that in the first 2 episodes yet.
Well, here's the thing, bro. Like if you watch that first episode with like just the way he was talking to niggas at practice. It's like, yo, fam, real talk. Like,
who you talking to, bro?
Yeah, like, I get it, bro. But you gonna have to square up, bro. Because, like, I don't care who you are.
Don't
Yo,
talk.
no, let me tell you what's funny. Did you see the joint when they first started telling Scottie Pippen's story, and he was like, he was a rookie, whatever, whatever, and Charles Oakley smacked him in the face? Yo, dog. Nah,
Bro,
I cringed when I watched that.
bro.
I
Don't
cringed. I was like, nah, he
yeah.
ain't just smack him in the face like that.
He hit mad hard. He had him hemmed up in the
On the
corner.
locker, I'm like, yo, rookie or not, B, keep your hands to yourself, son.
Yeah,
Like,
man. It's like, come on, man.
yeah,
Oakley
Oakley
was
was
out.
mad out of pocket. He was mad
He
out
was
of pocket for that.
Mel. He was doing so much. It was getting me upset. I was like frustrated at one point. I'm like, yo, man, like you can't, yo, man, you can't treat people like that, yo. And Jordan, the way Jordan was, he was like, yo, we was talking to Tony Kukoc. He's like, I gotta fucking scream at you all day. It's like, bro,
People, yo,
who
who
you
you
talking to,
talking to,
bro?
bro?
Nah, straight up, scrap me. You
Son,
gotta, you
nah,
gotta scrap me, bro.
we gotta do the tango. We have to do the tango.
Yeah, you gotta throw these
We gonna
hands, bro.
square dance. We gonna square dance for sure. Cause that's just crazy.
She said Mike has to be like that because of the promises he made the city. I don't give a fuck what promises you made the city, fam. You're not coming.
I get why you would say that, but nah, I'm not buying that. I'm all set.
Nah, man. Like we got a full scrap ahead of us, bruh.
I'm all set.
It's like, yo, man. But it's like, man. To think that they would do it. They would do it like that to like Scottie Pippen. That was the biggest heartbreak of the whole
Yeah,
series so far.
that drink, it just didn't sit well with me. Like I felt so bad for dude. Like wow, like y'all really violated dude out here.
And it's like, yo, like everybody reacts a particular way. Like everyone's reaction is not gonna be the same reaction.
Right.
So him saying, yo, I'm just gonna sit out.
Yo, that's making a statement, bro. Like, nah, I'm gonna sit out, and these checks gonna come.
And then the worst part was niggas was losing. So it's like,
Big
yo,
facts.
man. So it's like, yo, I get it. Y'all probably think that y'all don't need to renegotiate my contract, and Jerry Krause, bro, him just
Yo,
saying,
I can't stand him. I can't stand him. But you ain't see in the beginning when he was the I don't know if it was no, it wasn't Phil Jackson, somebody else. It was saying how he was like, this guy, he had the short syndrome, he was short and fat.
yeah, Napoleon complex say.
I was like, man, we know a few of those. We know a few of those.
Yeah, man. Yeah. I mean, he said he had to get into some asses because he ain't had Robin.
Me, Ty? Yeah, that's a fact.
I mean, I get it. But it's like, it's also, it's just like, it threw me off because I'm like, damn, yo, you have to recognize that Jordan literally was, fuck, man, there's like love LeBron, love Kobe, you know, but there's just something about that name,
What?
Jordan, like the Jordan name, you know what I mean,
He
carries so much energy.
You know what it is too? I think I was thinking this the other night when I was watching, like after I finished. I think the timing of this documentary being released is perfect because, for the most part, one could argue that Kobe was the Jordan of our era, so to speak.
Yeah. I
Now,
don't
granted,
think that's an
we
argument. I think that's
right.
almost like that.
We know, of course, we know Jordan, like the cultural impact and the kicks, like we know who he is, but how much of us can really say we know his story, so to speak, you know? So like, because I was watching, like, oh shoot, didn't know that too, definitely didn't know that, you know? So I think the timing is perfect too.
Yeah. I mean, like, it's Mel, you're right. It is the hunger. You know what I mean? He was absolutely because they said it. They used the word Jordan and God in the same sentence at one
Yeah,
point. And I
I
was like,
definitely caught
wow.
that. I was like, statement.
I
was like, wow. I wouldn't say now, Nita, I wouldn't say Rodman was useless without Jordan because he came from the Pistons and he played with like Irving and all, and he had like he played such a
Rodman was nice though, Nitai.
yeah. He
Rodman was nice.
plays a significant role on the Pistons. That's why Jordan wanted him to come to Chicago because he played against him. He was like, nah, I need him.
Mm-hmm.
Easily one of the best defensive players in the league, hands down.
Yeah, he had like them. What was it? The assists and all that, and the rebounds and something like that. He was savage.
Stupid.
Nah, he was beast mode. He
You
was
know what I'm
definitely
saying?
beast mode.
You know, like you have to take into consideration that there really isn't like is there a Jordan legacy without Rodman and Pippen?
Let's let the people sound off. I want to hear the people sound off on that one because that's a great question.
You understand what I'm saying? There's not a lot of people that would sacrifice their bodies like Rodman. Not one person.
Very well said. Very well said. I can't say I disagree with that.
But that's what I'm saying. Does Jordan's legacy exist without Pippen or Rodman? Does that happen? You know what I mean?
I don't know. Definitely not on the level it was.
Yeah, man. I just I think that's the shit that like is super, super important. Like, I mean, let's be clear. Jordan said it himself. He's like, yo, every single championship that I won, I didn't win it without Scottie Pippen.
He definitely said that.
So when you say my name, you can't say my name and not say Scottie Pippen's name.
You have to put respect on his name, son. Like it just wouldn't be fair.
Bruh. I don't even know what I do if I'm Scottie Pippen in that regard. Bro,
Yeah.
bro, cause bro, like cause you imagine your man getting paid $33.9 every year. You go to his barbecues. You at this man's house.
Bro. Sad.
Bro, nah. I want to scrap you off that alone.
Off rip. You my man's in them. You'll get it. You understand.
Yeah, like.
And the thing, you know what I think annoyed me the most is that Jordan never shied away to give Pippen his roses, while he could still smell them, so to speak. So it's just like, for the most part, like your own man's just like, nah, like he's definitely he's my right hand man, but like disproportionately paid less, yo. And it was like,
yeah.
I also felt like, could Jordan have kind of had a better influence over the powers that be that was writing them checks? Like, as his man's like, yo, take care of my boy, y'all ain't treating him good.
Facts. Or at least like yo, put him on to somebody that can get him like better endorsements or like or something, like, you know what I mean? Yes, give that man his flowers.
I agree.
It's like, no, because it's like, good grief, yo. Like, you know what? It's funny because like you say Jordan and you say Scottie Pippen, the first image I think about is the flu game.
That picture.
That's the one, and what is that picture showing? It's like, fam, I got you.
I got you. Right.
Yo, bro, that's such a key moment. It's such a key moment in their careers and what it is that they did for each other. It's like, yeah, you went out there and you showed up. Like, what people don't realize is that, like, I think Jordan scored 36 that flu game. Pippen scored 33.
Oh, word?
They weren't far behind. It's like, fam, I know you having a rough one. Don't worry about it. We're gonna go out and we're gonna get it done. We're gonna get it done together.
So let me ask you this: Do you think that Pippen found himself in that predicament because the powers that be didn't want him to potentially be a threat to Jordan's whatever he was building at the time? So it's just like, nah, we gonna keep you down here.
I don't know. I don't know, bro. It's possible. When did Jordan leave? Remember he left? He left and he came back. He like went to play baseball for like
Uh was it the 94 and 95 season? He just left for like
I
a
was getting
year
ready
or
to say.
two, something like that, and then he
I
came
was
back.
getting ready to say, yo, and somebody answer this in the comments. When did Jordan leave? I forget.
It's either 94 or 95. It got to be one of those years because they said it in the doc.
When did he left?
Facts. Melissa just said, I love the insight on Jordan's life, but I'm super interested in Rodman's story. Yeah, me too. I saw that
His-
preview. I was like, that's gonna be a move.
Yeah. But he retired before the 93-94 season.
Okay. Yeah, I knew it was like one of them.
And then he returned in 95.
Gotcha. Okay.
He returned in 95, and then they went crazy. But that's the thing. When they won the
So they called it out, and I think it was episode 2. They said like how they kind of felt it and saw like all the pressure was on Scotty at that point, and that's when he was like trying to drive the point home that he was just like undervalued and underpaid because it's like, hey, you got your star player that's like, yeah, I'm gonna take a break, go kind of, figure out this baseball thing. It's sort of like that. Nah, I'm hot. Y'all all on me joint. That's what happened with Pippen. Sidebar: I'm making some bomb porridge right now. I'm hyped.
All right, what we looking at? Give people a look at what you're doing over there.
Oh, I mean, right now is the water boiling.
Hey, look, I'm
This
just
ain't nothing crazy, but let's be clear, we got the whole vibe going on right here, though. About to throw this in the pot. Deep.
Oh, we about to go crazy.
So you already know.
We about to go crazy.
You already know. But yes, I think that's when I felt extra bad for him too, because it's just like now y'all really depending on me. It's like y'all know y'all need me, so take care of me. You know what I'm saying?
Yo, that's it. That's all I'm saying. Y'all know y'all need me. Take care of me.
Yeah, man. And it's just like I don't think he ever wanted to, at least based on what I watched, he never wanted to be the next Jordan or take his spot, but he just wanted to be appreciated more. Like, the 122nd highest paid. Like what? That's crazy.
That's wild, bro. That's the wildest thing I've ever heard. You telling me that there are 121 players better than me playing right now?
Definitely not. Like that's a whole dub, bro.
121? Nah, bro. You crazy, yo. Man. But that goes back to what I was saying earlier about like understanding your value inside a fucking vacuum, yo. When you understand that value, you can kind of move in a particular way. Like Jordan knew what his value was. He knew he could do whatever the fuck he wanted. Nobody was going. Who was gonna argue it?
But he also had the right people behind him, and that goes back to our earlier point. Like at a certain point, all right, perfect. All right, you remember the other day, we was talking on Twitter, and I said, I don't remember verbatim what I said, but I said something along the lines like let's be clear, everyone has some kind of privilege right now.
Yes, I do remember you said that.
It's the same thing here.
Yeah.
Like even right now, and I'm sure there'll be a lot of people that disagree, but even now in the midst of crisis, literally everybody has some form of privilege right now.
Yeah.
Like let that sink in.
Yo, like,
Everyone even the more even the ones that are struggling the most, there's some form of privilege at play.
Yeah. Like I think I read something online with some niggas was like, if you are
upset because you're stuck at home. Be happy that you have a home to be stuck in.
Yo,
And it's like, yo, man, I you have to figure out how to you got to figure out how to maneuver different. You have to. We have to. That's really it. PD called it out early, bro. He called it out super early. He was like, rapid adjustment. You have to be able to be.
Change. If this time that we end don't show you that, along with like a bunch of other things, like I don't know.
Yeah,
Because it's like you're gonna adapt, or you just gonna, you're gonna adapt, or you're gonna wither. Like,
that's
and
a fact.
and don't get me wrong, some days are easier than others. Like, obviously we was up late last night watching the battle, and after the battle and watching TV, and then after that, late night you and your thoughts, and it's like, man, this is whack. But like, you gotta. What I've learned is to just kind of your thoughts and your words are powerful. So, are you, well, I mean, we're human, so we're gonna feel a way about certain things. But it's just like, how long am I gonna dwell on the fact that like, yo, we in quarantine? It's just like at some point you gotta kind of just accept the reality for what it is and work around it.
Yeah, man.
It's like I was talking, it's funny. I was talking to someone the other day, and the conversation was just like, I think it was my father. So the conversation was basically, who would have thought that we would have got to the point where a hug and a kiss could be considered a weapon in some cases? Bro.
Yo, bro. You know what? That's wild funny. I'm just thinking about like my immediate my immediate thought goes to all the niggas out here that's like thotting and bopping right now.
Bro.
Hey, yo. Y'all niggas is thotting and bopping right now, and it's looking crazy out there right now.
And it's just crazy the things we take for granted. And I was talking to Nicole a few days ago, and we was just talking about just like, because we're both huggers, right?
Yeah.
So we're big on like the quality of a hug. Like, don't give me the church pat on the back. Like, nah, you wanna feel an embrace, like a quality hug. So we was saying like, I was just like, yo, I've had people like, poke fun or laugh because like, you want to go in with the hug, and it's just like, now you have a high appreciation for a quality hug now versus some BS.
Yeah,
Because you gotta be distant, you gotta be careful because you could easily get somebody sick.
yeah. You're not about to get me sick, boy.
Yeah.
No, we not rolling. Absolutely, yo, Amu. Absolutely, niggas is wild shaky right now, boy. Yo, if you single during the quarantine, boy.
Listen, man.
Shaky right now. And you can hear it too. Like you can hear it and like you if you on D, if you've been on Twitter lately, so you already know, yo, it's crazy.
It's just like what I said last night with the battle, like people feeling like they want to shoot their shot in DMs. They're like, what do I have to lose? I'm home anyway. So like,
Yo, if you haven't sent the yo, how you doing during quarantine text, it ain't been long enough for you.
But here's the thing though. So here's the other side of that. This girl I follow, she posted a few weeks ago. She was just like, yo, if one more dude sends me that text, like, how you doing in quarantine? Like, she's just like, yo, it's time to switch it up. Because at that point, she's gotten that question mad long. So it's just like, you gotta switch it up. Don't be that guy. It's like, we all in the crib. How you think I'm doing? I ain't doing much better than you. Like, beat it, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yo,
So
bruh, I done answered that question for 28 days straight. You
it's just
gotta
time to
hit me
get
with.
creative, bro.
You gotta
It's
hit
time
me
to
with
get
something.
creative.
I had one of the girls I follow said, "Yo, fam, if you're not sending me Uber Eats, don't DM me."
I mean, contactless delivery, bro.
What we go? I mean, what
I
we
just
gonna
had my heart broken. Yo, what happened, Amu?
move, man? Hey, bro, listen, man. She said, "Yo,
Tread
Amu, I
lightly, yo,
got
because
you."
I ain't trying to laugh at nobody right now.
Yeah, I can't. But yo, Amu, I got you. Don't worry about it. Let's ride. Yo, D, you ready to ride out, man? Let's ride out to some shit, man.
All right, let's do it. There's that vibe right here.
Hey.
Yo,
And they're not
this is
gonna
where
let
we
you
at
play the
with
whole
it.
thing, but fuck you,
Yo,
man.
this is where we at with the porridge, yo.
With the porridge in the background, let's talk about it. Hey. Oh shit. Yo, that battle was so crazy yesterday, man. I still can't get over it, bro.
So you still haven't told me what was the Skittles reference about. I didn't get that. That went right over my head.
Bro, I'm gonna keep it up. I'm gonna keep it 1,000 with you. I have no idea what that man was talking about. Like at all. Just the shade alone. The shade alone was so crazy.
Shout out to my cousin just joined, Kalia from Texas. What's up, cuz?
Hey.
But yeah, I need to look that up because he was like, "Oh, that song made me feel like I wanted to eat Skittles," and everybody on Twitter was going wild, and I'm just like, "What does that even mean?"
Yeah, he's like, oh, like it's almost like he knew that was gonna happen.
Yeah, it was weird. Like, what does that mean? Los, what up, bro?
Yo, man, my man Babyface he was just getting at him, man. And I was
Yeah.
just like feeling
So you watched Swiss Beats and Timberland's joint. They live like after.
I did not.
So they was just talking about, how they couldn't get into their own party, blah blah blah, and they was also saying like, to you and Matt's point earlier about just like having a different platform. They was talking, basically kind of putting it out there like YouTube. It was like YouTube, what's up? Title, what's up? Apple Music, what's up? So somebody needs to jump on that because I mean that's an opportunity. I also think it's time for the people that kind of claim that they support the culture to like step up. Like, what's up? What y'all doing now? Y'all gonna try to like capitalize, or y'all gonna try to like help this move forward? You know what I mean?
But this is part of what I was saying about like knowing what your value is right now in this vacuum. It's like, fam, like y'all niggas know for a fact. Y'all know for a fact that this shit is like who else is creating right now? D.
Yeah, I can hear you.
Who else is creating right now and making something that's like impactful?
Outside of the culture, I'll wait. You know what time it is, man.
And it's like, yo, man, we when you recognize that, yo, niggas are making impactful shit and we're the ones moving the shit forward, it's like, fam, like you have to respect me. You gotta pay me.
I'll put it to you this way: Swiss and Timberland, D Nice, Tory
Corey,
Lanez. Yo, they had Michelle Obama up in that joint last night, bro.
bruh. When I seen Michelle Obama was commenting it, I'm like, yo, bro, what is happening right now? Bro, I tell you right now, if Instagram didn't have that issue that they were having with the mobile devices in the beginning, they
What you mean in the
easily,
beginning? Like you mean the beginning of the thing yesterday, or in a longer
yeah,
period of time?
in the beginning of the thing yesterday, because in the first 30 minutes, anybody who was on a mobile device couldn't get in.
Yeah.
Imagine if that
And then
didn't
that's
happen.
when they switched to Babyface's joint. Cause first he was on Teddy's joint. He was trying. It was bad funny because they spent like 30 minutes trying to figure out how to pin the comment. Marita, what's up? So
Facts.
that
Chloe, what up?
was funny to watch.
Oh,
Oh, that's my cuz. Chloe, what's up?
but yo, bro, that's what I'm saying. Like if they had a wider bandwidth and they would have been able to get as all those people who wanted to get in at the time, easily would have broke 6.
But yo, remember when I told you like yo it was gonna break 5? He was like, you think so? I'm just like, yo, it's definitely gonna break 5.
Marita
Like,
was popping, man. I think that was the thing that kind of threw me off. Was like I didn't expect them to. Not that I didn't expect it. I just thought it was interesting when. Oh man, I thought it was so interesting when I logged into Babyface's live because Babyface was the first person who I showed up to.
right.
He was at 285 off the rip.
Yeah.
Like out the gate, I'm like, yikes.
Because I also think the other night helped to influence that when they had the snafu.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
another thing Swiss Beat said, he apologized to D Nice because it was during his show. So he was like, yo, D Nice, my fault. We didn't mean to do it during your joint, but we had to. Because D Nice, his quarantine joint was just around the same time as the battle. So, of course, a lot of people, they went to the battle instead. So I was like, oh, snap, I didn't even notice that.
And I'm also sure that D Nice wanted to be in there when all that was happening. You know what I'm saying? Like, as opposed to like just DJing his set. I'm sure he wanted to be in there during the battle and watch.
Of course.
But it's like, yo, man, like again, man, like the way that culture is moving, like even even somebody like you know what I mean? Like even like I'm talking about even on smaller scales, like people who are doing stuff like Young M.A. You know what I'm saying? Like the stuff she was doing on her platform, or what Meg was doing on her shit, or when Big Sean and Janae Aiko jumped on live together, like
That joint was funny, by the way. Yo, can we talk about something? All right, you seen the little dance-a-thon that Diddy did? This was 2 weeks ago.
yes.
All right, did you see the whole thing that came out of that with the whole Lizzo twerking thing?
No, I didn't.
All right, so essentially what happened? Lizzo comes on the live. They playing a song. Lizzo starts twerking. Diddy jumps in. He's like, yo, like, family friendly, blah, 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 blah. Special day, Resurrection Sunday. Now we can't do that. So she's like, all right, cool. So she apologized. She's like, oh, snap, my fault, blah, blah, blah. Maybe like a few hours later, Drea comes on. She's twerking. Everybody's hyping her like, yo, yeah, get it. Yo, the backlash was crazy.
Wait, Jordan.
Drea from
Oh,
right.
man.
The backlash was crazy. So did he release some like statement? He said something, but it didn't make any sense. It was just like it was corny, but it sparked a lot of conversation. I remember I saw this one account on Twitter because did you see you seen the Insecure premiere, like the first episode?
Yeah.
When Issa was messing with the dude the heavy set dude that works at the airport one night.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so
I said the same thing. He said it was because of the song.
right. Yeah. Basically, like song lyrics, like the song had curses. Some drink. Shouts to Willman. So I seen an account on Twitter where this one guy was like, yo, the same people that's saying like fat shaming are the same the same people that saying don't fat shame Lizzo are the same people that was fat shaming the dude that Issa was messing with, because they was in Twitter like, yo, Issa Rae, why you messing with some fat dude, blah blah blah. But then on the other hand, it's just like don't fat shame Lizzo, and it was just like, yo, it goes for men and women, and I was
That's
like,
a fact.
yeah, you got a point.
That's a fact. But that's motherfuckers pick and choose what they want to be Avengers for. Do you understand what I'm saying?
That's a fact.
You know what I mean? Like you want to be an Avenger for
Yo, what's good, bro? You want to be an Avenger? You know what I mean? And it's simple shit. It happens across the board.
It's
It's not
always
just like,
simple stuff. Yeah.
you know what I mean. But like, I never I never listen to that shit or look at that shit. Here's how I feel. Niggas, some people just don't need Instagram or fucking social media accounts.
Unpack that.
The other day I put a video out, right? And
Saw that. That was dope, by the way.
so I want to go a little bit further with that, and I'm glad we got a couple more minutes so I can like go in a little bit. I was watching somebody's live, and there was a girl on there who had like recently gone live with Joe Budden, right?
Oh God, I feel like I know where this is going.
Bruh, she went live with Joe Budden, and she was like, yo, she's like pretty girl, but like super meek. Like when she went on live with Joe, she probably had like 10,000 followers, right? Bruh, she's at 72K right now, off of a live.
But why? Like she did anything or like
Nothing, bro. This shorty it was just a calm conversation. Joe getting to know her. She's really, really cool. She's a psychologist. Blah, 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 blah.
was this like a random that he decided to go on live with her, like a request kind of situation?
So every morning Joe's been like, he's been doing this thing where he'll hop on he'll hop on IG live and he does this thing called Cup of Joe, right?
Mm-hmm.
Where he's just like, yo, you know what I mean? He shouts out people and come talk with me and we'll get a cup of Joe. Like, you know what I mean? Like that's what he's been doing. So he hopped on live with Shorty. Big up. He hopped on live with Shorty, and they were chopping it up, and they were having a good conversation. Needless to say, Shorty has this whole like following that just waves over to her, and she's at like 72K, whatever the case may be. And she went on live a couple times with Joe, but whatever the case may be, later on, she ends up getting on her live at some point. She's on with a friend, and she's like in a pool of tears, like crying because of just the level of
Attention
and attention that it's gotten her since, you know what I mean? Like she's like, yo, like I'm not. This is not who I am. Like I'm not like I don't understand this Instagram fame life thing. Like I don't get that.
poor thing.
You know what I'm saying? Like she's like, I'm really genuinely just a normal person. I don't really fuck around with like, being, in like the mix with everybody. And
He just happened to be on live with him.
Exactly. It was hard for her. It was hard for her to like, put those two things together. And yo, if you look at her page, like Shorty's like normally a very positive, upbeat kind of gal. So it made me think, right? It made me think. I'm like, yo, like everyone is online right now.
Yeah, it's overload. I'm sure you've seen the memes where they got this the joint with Homer Simpson where he's at a bar and everybody behind him got the Instagram live joint.
Yeah, nigga, shit like
I ain't never seen this many people go live in my life.
No matter what time of the day that I'm on Instagram, somebody is on live.
Mm-hmm.
So with that being said, like there are a few things to take into consideration. People are miserable. On a normal basis, people are like, there are some people who are just miserable. So It's like, if you stuck at home, you can't go nowhere, you can't see anybody, you can't do anything, you're probably even more miserable. So you're looking for like feverish shit to do.
And to let the time pass.
Yeah,
so you can go to sleep and repeat it tomorrow.
To excite yourself. So should change her whole, absolutely, of course. It's like, yo, like for her that like,
that's a good call, Melissa.
Like imagine that. Like imagine if the 10,000 followers that were following you because of psychology. Now you have another 60,000 people who are following you because you were on a live with a celeb.
And it's also like I'm sure. I mean, one can never know, but just for the sake of argument and based on her background or what she does, I'm sure she can within certain limits handle it, just in terms of like the whole psychology thing. But like, not everyone is equipped for that kind of like just insta fame, so to speak.
Exactly.
Whether it's like good fame or bad fame. Like I could assume she probably had mad people on her DMs saying like, "Yo, you're not even that good looking," or blah 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 blah. And it's just like, if you get that out of nowhere, and one, you probably not, she's probably not even on the gram like that. Her last post was probably 2017 or some Dre, and like you all of a sudden getting that, like that'll rock a person's like mental, like, you know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly. And PD's like, yo, she got, but now what? Like, she got so many followers, but now what? It's like, yeah, because it's like now what do you do? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you gotta kind of like, you can't not go. Like, that's where you do your business. Like, you can't not go on live now, or you can't not go on on Instagram now.
Because I'm sure the amount of people that is following her now because of the whole Joe Button thing done surpass the people that was following her because of the psychology.
Exactly.
I don't know, man. It's
It put me in a bag because I'm like, it wasn't just that instance. There was so many other things that I was starting to see, like of people coming out and saying, "Yo, man, like, you know, I like, I don't know, man. I feel weird being inside. Like, yo, like you seeing like extra comments of people commenting on what other niggas is doing and how they should do shit and having an opinion about something very, very, very minuscule that would change how somebody feels about what it is
hmm
you're doing. You feel me? So like, so for me, I'm like, we're supposed to be social distancing, but I still randomly feel like I'm on social overload because the reality is there's so much happening and there's so much like coming at people at one time. You have to figure out a way to separate yourself.
Yeah, because I mean, besides the COVID stuff, so you already got the COVID stuff. Then you got the
Yeah,
fact that most of us get our news from social media. Then you mix that with
facts.
everything else that's going on is too much. Like, look at what we was on all on the live when the dude, what is his name, Adam, the head of the CEO of Instagram or whatever his
Yes,
name is,
yes.
when he's on the joint shade room, and just to see the comments, like, you have an opportunity to have access granted to this dude, and he's asking like, "Yo, give me some creative ideas," and y'all talking about free Tory Lanez, yo. That's the best y'all could come up with. Y'all was texting, PD could attest to this. We was texting on the side. I was like, "Yo, I'm highly upset right now." Like, 'cause me and him was in the comments, of course, getting drowned out by everybody else's, quarantine radio. But we was just like, "Yo, higher definition posts for video and photos, more people on the live, this, that." But they disappeared within seconds because nobody cares about that. I'm
Yeah,
just
man.
like, yo,
Niggas just want to be entertained. And that's what I was saying to PD earlier about Tory Lane shit is like, it's what people want is mindless entertainment. You know what I'm saying? Like, there are a lot of people who want mindless entertainment.
bro.
And what Tory's doing is mindless entertainment. It doesn't require you to do much. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, I don't want to say that it's worthless, but it's about the value. It's about the value you bring to this shit. So like, yo, man, my whole thing is step away, take a second to like really like analyze what's necessary for you and
hmm
what you need for yourself, and then go along with that end of things. You feel
Very
me?
well said. Because what I've been doing lately is just kind of like going through, my feed, the accounts I follow, and I'm just like, this doesn't really serve me anymore. Get
Facts.
that out the way. Don't need that. And just following more accounts that I like, or like, other interests and stuff like that. You just get to a point where everything starts to look the same. Everyone's doing the same thing. So, and I think for us as artists, like we always want to be challenged and kind of keep the creativity fresh. So they could, I mean, and I see it like that's going to be something you do often, like every few months. Like, all right, what do I have? What am I being fed? Nah, I don't got the appetite for that anymore. Like your desires, your heart just changed, so to speak.
Yeah. I gotta see Wally. I haven't seen Wally.
I haven't
Recently.
seen it either.
I keep telling everybody to watch. Oh man, I haven't seen Tomorrowland either. I'm down to watch it though. I'm down to watch all this shit.
I mean, we got all the time. Yo, Money Heist on Netflix.
Crazy.
Yeah, we started on part 2 last night.
All
It's
right.
good, bro.
All
So
right.
here's the
So
thing. Here's the backstory. I started watching it last year. and I just fell off for the reason. And I started like from part one all over again like last week. Yo, yeah, I
Wow.
like it. I like it a lot. It's good.
All right. Well, I'm look.
I haven't seen one person that's like, yo, it's whack.
Yeah. Everybody anyone who's tweeted or texted me or said anything online about it is like, yo, Money Heist is wild.
Yeah.
Oh, I definitely got to check it out. Yo,
I'm about to say, what's the time check?
We coming into the last 5 minutes of this, John. I want to I just want everybody, take a moment to plug your shit. Tell me what y'all doing, man. D, what you doing on that side?
Right now, this power is about to hit on the creative side. You know, so it's funny. So I just want, because I know you and Matt was just talking about the FaceTime shoot earlier. So full disclosure, and I was in and out the chat, so I don't know if Matt kind of went into detail, but when we first, I guess you could say, discovered it, you know, naturally we was just like, it's kind of weird.
Yeah.
Like, it's kind of like, But full disclosure, we started seeing some heat hit the interwebs. We like, nah. We was like, nah, we gotta try this. Me and Matt was on FaceTime for like hours last week. So, you know, just like coming up with concepts and ideas and stuff. And, you know, shout out to PD, by the way, because that joint was fire. So, you know, just trying to figure out other avenues in that realm, but also trying to figure out how do I fuse that with the analog. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
man.
I got a few ideas. It's honestly just a matter of like I'm waiting on like a few people to get back to me, and then just trying it. You know what I mean? So I'm excited about that.
We're gonna do a bunch of things. Marita says she's painting like crazy. That's fire, man. Look,
Yo, Marita, show up. I need to see some of your art, yo. Marita's mad modest.
Yeah. We're not doing the modest.
Marita's mad modest, yo.
We're not doing the modest.
Her face is probably red right now.
Facts. We're not doing that. We're not doing that in 2020. We're going full steam ahead. I'm still working on my EP and working on the LP at the same time. We also, C Music Live is also looking to do some.
She said, "Stop."
some live events in a bit. I know live like online type vibe, but we're gonna keep y'all posted. Obviously, PD's doing some amazing stuff, man. Shout out to him. When you guys get a chance, man, everybody who's on here, make sure y'all follow C Music Live, man.
That's a fact.
We just follow C Music Live, follow Dorian Clive. Tay, man, get to the writing, yo. Just the only thing you do right now.
Tay, you got next or not? You about to jump on the live or nah? You just gonna look on the comments? What's the vibe?
We thinking about doing it, man. We about to do it. We about to open it up to the pub for the next episode.
So after me, we done or somebody else going? What's the?
No. We done.
All right, cool. My fault. I ain't want to my fault.
Nah. Yo, man. Honestly, like.
Mace, what's the vibe?
What's good,
Follow
bro?
Charles Grant if you're looking for a chef, by the way.
Oh man, chef vibes. If you're looking for some incredible chef vibes. All right, we at the 2-minute mark. So, let's end this thing the way we supposed to, man. I appreciate y'all for showing up, man.
Word, this was good dialogue. I'm glad I was able to like jump on it too, because the past few weeks I've just been in and out because of like work schedule and all that. But
all good, man. We got you here in the mix. That's my creative director, Dorian Clive. My creative director, PD by M, was in here earlier, man. I appreciate y'all for pulling up.
Facts, yo.
We're gonna keep this thing rolling
until it just randomly cuts off. It's gonna be like, thanks for watching.
That's a fact.
Yo, you ever tune into somebody live and the minute you tune in and it connects, it just like, thanks for watching. You be like, you're like, what? You good?
It'd be hella awkward too. You be like, yo, fam, like,
word.
You be commenting too, and then this shit ends.
Like, oh, everybody ran when I came in the room. Copy. It's like what I smell or something.
Yo, facts, man. Hey.
This song is "I'm Loaded" by Enzo.
Shout out to Enzo. Yeah, this is a move right here.